Ljubljana.
Yeah.
So yeah, he thought he...
Was it Katanec?
Yes, and he thought that he took him out because he was Ljubljanik, and so...
He said something about his mum. I can't remember what
Yeah.
it was. I know I wouldn't repeat it.
Yeah.
It's offensive to all mums.
He said something about Zahovic's mom, right? That was it?
I can't remember.
And then Zahovic said something in Slovenian that basically meant you're a C word.
Yeah.
And
Chancer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he got sent home for dissent, basically, by the Slovenian FA.
Yeah. It was an exciting World Cup, that one, 2002. But he was kind of, he was your typical kind of hot-headed midfielder, like number 10. Like, he never really stuck at a club for very long, particularly. He was at Valencia for a while, and he was at Benfica, and he's always talented, but he's just shouting at coaches and falling out with teammates, and he's just a kind of a prima donna.
This is the most... It's the third chapter, and it's already the most interesting of the book, I think. It's, like... Because to me, we talked about this before, I really wanted to get to know, like, why all this crap was happening at the Euros with, Croatia and them throwing... And, like, this chapter explains everything. Like, it was so crazy on the divisions of the countries.
Yeah.
And the racism, the cleansing that went on. It's just like... And it all started with guys that were, like, Arkan, that was, like, ingrained in Red Star, but then started his own club, Obilic, and then... And then he got shot 36 times in the chest. It's like, holy crap.
That was one of those assassinations where everyone just goes, yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah, you guy's mental.
Yeah. It's just encouraging.
But it's amazing how much the politics...
bleeds into the actual...
Bleeds into the sport.
Yeah.
And then the sport, those guys are crazies, so they bleed into the politics, and then they storm the TV station and burn it down.
Yeah.
It's like, what is going on over there?
They
use the sport to propagate their agenda, right?
Well, it's one of the only, like in sort of communist times, it's one of the few sort of mass gatherings that were allowed that weren't sort of orchestrated by governments and stuff. Everything else was like a political rally and all that kind of stuff. But you go to the football, you can kind of go and support your team and stuff, and then, a lot of cases they would sneak in a bit of cheeky politics and stuff and kind of try and undermine the regime.
Oh, here's a smoke bomb. Oh,
exactly.
Here's a banner that says something bad about the other team's supporters.
Milosevic is a wanker. He was a wanker.
Yeah, he was a wank. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Hey, Milosevic, go kill yourself. That was what one of the banners said.
Yeah.
That was one of the chants that they had. Red Star.
He did kill...
Milosevic, go kill yourself.
Did he kill himself, or did he just die in prison?
No, I'm not sure. They said that because his family history was that of suicide. People in his family killed themselves a lot, so the Red Star fans were chanting for him to kill himself.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be laughing. It's pretty terrible.
But again,
he's a horrible man.
Slobodan Milosevic.
Slobodan Milosevic is a terrible human being.
Kill yourself, or we'll give you a hand. That was like they said that when because he eventually lost power in 2000 in Yugoslavia, and like he had an election and stuff, and to be fair, whatever. And he lost, and
then it's like, no, we're doing it again.
And then they won, and then when they stormed into kind of the government buildings and stuff, they found hundreds of ballot papers just with his name crossed off.
Yeah,
it's like we better print them to make it fair.
Yeah,
if you're gonna be a dictator, just say we're not having an election.
Yeah,
easy.
Like it was so. Let's come into the 21st century.
Yeah, he was overused.
Yeah. And they threw the papers into the air and shot their guns in the air. And
again, I'm not sure about that.
Did you see the Maribor fans today? Just a side note again on that game.
No, I didn't watch enough of it.
All of them were shirtless. They were all shirtless.
It's nice in Slovenia, though.
I know, but it made them just look their ultras. Made them look more mental than they already are.
I like that though.
I know. I knew you would. That's why I brought it up.
So when I went to see Olympia Sarajevo, I was enjoying going back to that game. They had the one guy. They didn't have that many guys who were shirtless. We had the one shirtless guy holding fire or something at the front, facing away from the ground, just shouting probably racist things.
Well, Maribor had a guy he was hanging on the fence.
Yes, yeah,
and with a microphone, just yelling stuff, and then they were all chanting whatever back what he was saying.
Yeah, she go, all right, we've got a good chant going, lads. I'm going to watch some of the game. Be back with you in 10 minutes for another round of, I don't know, kill the crow.
I don't think they have that gene in Yugoslavia.
It's just pure menace.
Yeah, it's just
I like it.
everyone. I'm gonna kill you. They're crazy.
You
Anywho,
could live quite happily there.
weren't you gonna do a Scottish preview today?
Well, we can have a little chat about it.
Well, I don't know anything about it, so tell me: are Rangers gonna finish second this year, or are they gonna be quite crap? Is automatically gonna be second?
Well, it sort of depends on Aberdeen. They're going to be second or third, I would think.
Mm-hmm.
But they bought players that are good. They got Joey Barton from Burnley.
That's a good player.
Yeah, I mean in Scotland, he's 32.
He's still good though.
Yeah, he's good.
I mean, he had a good season for Burnley last year.
Yeah, he's one of their best players.
Yeah.
And yeah, he could probably still do a decent job. Nice. You could do a job for them in the Premier League if you wanted to stay, but I would imagine Rangers probably offer him more money.
Yeah.
But they got Niko Kranjčar as well, another Croat.
Oh my goodness! I know that name.
Yeah.
Niko Kranjčar.
Well, he was. Yeah,
He's an old vet, right?
he's about 30 or the very early 30s.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been around and he's always been a good player, but he never quite had the what's the word I'm looking for? Couldn't quite take it to the very top, I guess. He's very talented, but I think he's a bit suspect temperament. I think what's the technical term? It's a bit of a Jesse. He sort of comes. He's a bit. I don't think he had the.
He's a bit of a Sally.
He didn't have the balls. I don't think.
He doesn't have that as they say, killer instinct.
Although to be fair, he did in 2005. He moved from Dinamo Zagreb to Hajduk Split, which is,
that's a dangerous decision.
it's a Swansea Cardiff one,
Yeah.
except with possible death.
You might get a bullet in the back of your
Yeah.
head if you do that.
So it's pretty ballsy. When he came to England, I don't think he couldn't quite cut it physically. So he was always good, but he's kind of a luxury player. So he was at Portsmouth. Harry Redknapp always bought him.
I want to say, is his name spelled Krajcar?
Like N-J?
J
C-A-R.
C-A-R.
Yeah, and he got a hard time from the Croatian press, like in the 2006 World Cup, because his dad was the coach, and they're going, "Oh, he's just in because it's his dad," that kind of thing. But he's very skillful, and I think,
I mean, especially for the Scottish League,
Yeah.
like you have Joey Barton and Niko Kranjčar.
yeah, I mean they can effectively play. They'll probably play Barton and another guy in midfield, and they can have Kranjčar can just kind of drift around.
Yeah, do whatever he wants.
I imagine.
Be
that-
European.
For example, the first game of the season is Saturday lunchtime. Rangers are at home to Hamilton Accies. I imagine.
It's gonna be a bloodbath.
Yeah, you're thinking 4.
Yeah.
I'm thinking 4 probably. And they've got good players, but they are a little bit suspect at the back.
You know who played the Hamilton Accies first team the other day? The Swansea under 23s.
Probably beat them, did they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hamilton. It's probably. I mean, it's hard to call the Scottish League because all the teams are vaguely similar, but it sort of comes down to squad depth. Like Celtic and Rangers. Obviously, Celtic and Rangers are different. Aberdeen have got. They've probably got a good 18, I would think, 16 to 18 players. Like
which is good.
yeah, exactly. Hearts have probably got a good 14.
Hearts are good.
Yeah, they're pretty good,
Yeah.
unless they're playing Maltese teams at home in the Europa League when apparently they fall to bits.
Maltese.
Bizarre. You shouldn't be losing a team from Malta. But the rest of the teams, they've always got, they've got a decent 11, but there's no depth.
They
So
got a vicious bog though. Maltese, the dog.
it's a stretch, but it's a real stretch.
Well, you said Maltese, so
I
that's
know.
where my mind went. I was just late with the
That's good. Do you have Maltesers in America?
Maltese. Yeah.
Maltesers, like the chocolate thing.
Oh, I have no idea.
I won't make a joke about that then.
We definitely have Maltese dogs though.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's good.
No, it wasn't.
No,
It's pretty
terrible.
shit.
But yeah, the rest of the teams are going to much of a muchness is what I'm saying. But you think the relegated team would probably be one of Kilmarnock, Hamilton, or Partick Thistle.
Okay.
And then, I would say probably, well, obviously Celtic will win.
Yeah, let's just pull it up. Just pull up.
What do you want to see the list of teams?
Yeah. So then we can break this down.
All right.
So I brought the iPad.
I like it. Snazzy, futuristic technology.
Scottish. Was it the Scotiabank Scottish Premiership?
Just put Scottish Premier League, you'll be fine. I'm sure it'll pop up. What are you actually looking for? Do you just want to see the team
I want
names?
to see the teams. Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go. Okay. All right. There they are.
I don't like how they rank that with no games, actually.
I don't like. Shouldn't it be in alphabetical order?
Yeah, we're always top at the start. It's 11th place. Bollocks.
Inverness, they're never going to be top.
Yeah.
Uh,
But yeah, so
Yeah.
Celtic win. Rangers or Aberdeen for second. Hearts probably fourth. And then from there, it's just a case of whichever team kind of avoids injuries or someone hits a bit of form, that kind of thing. So, like St Johnstone are good, Ross County are good, Cali Thistle are good, Motherwell. All those teams are kind of decent. If they raise their game, they can beat, as Aberdeen showed, we lost to St Johnstone several times last year. So, anyone can kind of beat anyone else.
Ross County they're one of those mid-table teams that you just don't want to play. I feel like they always give people trouble. It seems like,
especially we always
away.
We're
because they're. I mean, a lot of the Scottish teams are in the middle of nowhere, but they're really in the middle of nowhere.
Well, I mean, Ross County and Inverness.
They're in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, that's probably true. I mean, so Ross County and Inverness are obviously the two northernmost teams. Mm-hmm. Aberdeen are next, and Aberdeen to Inverness is at least a 2-hour drive.
Yeah, right.
And then Ross County's another little bit up the road. I mean, they're pretty close, but
yeah.
If you're Partick Thistle or Hamilton or Kilmarnock, driving all that way, it's a long trip.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But who's not in the Scottish Premier League, Dave, this year?
I do.
Dundee United.
Oh. That's a shame. But they're kind of a good example of, I'd say like last year, no one thought they were going to go down, but they just kind of had a bit of a slump in form,
mm-hmm.
and then all of a sudden they're adrift and they're down.
Yeah.
It can happen in Scotland. They always end up with some team just does crap.
Okay. Yeah. So what is your... It's hard to do a prediction, but I know you said Celtic 1, Rangers or Aberdeen 2...
Well, I picked Rangers a second, so that way, if they finish second, I guessed right, and if they don't finish second, Aberdeen...
Well, Aberdeen's third, and they'll still get in the Europa League anyway, right?
Yeah, it's the same. Yeah. So, Hearts finished third this year, and they ended at the same stage as Aberdeen. So, whatever.
Okay. Right. Hearts are dangerous, too. I've seen them play, and they give Aberdeen all sorts of problems.
Yeah, they mix it up.
Yeah.
But I think... I can't remember if that guy, the guy with the hair that you weren't a fan of.
Wanma?
Yeah, I think he.
That guy.
I think he.
Don't call yourself Wanma, A, and B. Don't have your hair like that.
No.
And C, if you're Spanish, just play in Spain.
Yeah. And D, if you have hair like that, don't score against Aberdeen because it's really annoying. More so than most people.
More than Johnny Hayes' hair.
He can do no wrong. He's untouchable.
He's got a great left boot. That guy.
Oh, Johnny.
Can really swing him in there.
Yeah, Johnny Hayes, sling one in.
Sling one in. Well, Dave.
It should be fun. That's like my dad texted me today. After the game finished, and he said, "Oh, I'm so sorry, son," or something like that. It's like, I hate football.
But I was texting you too all day. Yeah. I was like, this game's fucking rigged.
Yeah. I hated football so much today, and then I thought, well, I'm actually going to be getting up at 6 a.m. on Sunday morning to watch Aberdeen away at St Johnstone.
I'll be over here.
Thanks. Moral support.
I'll be here to help you out.
Oh.
I'll bring some coffee from Hawthorne. I'll come at halftime. Some coffee from Hawthorne.
6:15. That's ungodly.
Actually, you know what? I'll just bring 2 thermos mugs from my pot, and we'll kibitz and have a good time.
It's going to be terrible as well. Like I don't expect Aberdeen to win that game.
Really?
No.
You got St. Johnstone, really?
Well, they've had a nice pre-season. The last couple of weeks they've been playing competitive games in Scotland.
Well, and especially after a game like today, Aberdeen is going to be like not only physically. Like, they're not going to have time to recover, but also, like, the mental aspect of feeling... Because you could see on the field, like, they thought they were getting jobbed.
Pissed off,
Yeah. And so, takes a lot to get over, too.
Yeah. So, I think if we get a 1-1 for the first game, the first league game, I'd settle for that. It's pretty decent.
Mm-hmm.
It's annoying, though. I don't understand why does Celtic get to play after us? And I don't know.
Because they're Celtic, Dave. Don't you know how football works?
I know how Scottish football works. Well, it doesn't work. It's so irritating. Talk about... Oh, it doesn't matter.
That's okay, it does matter.
I'm just irritated. I'm irritable.
Well, let me cheer you up, Dave.
Go on.
Because... the Swansea City... they've signed a player, Dave. They've got... I'm drinking a Dale's. Fernando! He's coming, Dave. Fernando Llorente. He's going through...
Yeah, okay.
He a hard stop.
Oh god, we're going